Alright folks, welcome back to Super Metroid. We have some options as to things we can do. I am going to just consider that reserve tank to be a bit of a loss because I don't remember how to get that thing. And we're going to attempt, mind you, get in here. Which is a slightly foolish thing to do, I know. If I can stop bopping my head on the thing there, that would help. This might be a jump that's a little tight, a little too tight for us right now. Yeah, because, wow, I definitely cleared that, and the game just is like, you've run out of momentum, fool. Okay, so we're coming back to that when we get the space jump. For now, what we're going to do is I'm going to think for a second if this is actually the way I want to go get where I would like to be right now. And I believe that this is going to end up being the path that we take here. Actually, wait, no, I know a better one we can take. It's down this way. And this will allow us to get an item that we could not get at before, but which, if you saw that one stream that I didn't upload of me playing some Super Metroid Randomizer, you'll remember where this item is. Or you'll remember its existence anyway. I don't think it's a huge deal. I think it's probably just like a super missile tank or something. Might be an energy tank though, which would be nice. I would like to have more of those because, in case anyone hasn't noticed, my strategy involves getting hit a lot in most of these games. And I do use the term strategy quite loosely, so... Oh, isn't that nice of you? I mean, we had plenty of power bombs anyway, but nice to get another one, I guess. And up we go. That was very well done. I'm surprised I got that in one. Alright, so this room. You might remember an invisible bridge. And in here, oh, it's just a missile tank? What a fucking waste. Oh. Oh ho ho. It's two missile tanks. I'm glad I searched in here because that sounded a little underwhelming. I mean, granted, two missile tanks isn't the biggest thing in the world, but also... it's not bad. It's better than just one, that's for dang sure. And there's me starting to do Metroid Prime controls instead. That's not such a good idea. Boy, I hope I don't do that too much during Metroid Fusion, because that game... much easier for you to die in, that's for sure. Those big side hoppers still hurt even with our double suits. Actually, there's another item we can go get because there's that other waterlogged area. I don't know if any of you remember that, but I do. It was in here somewhere. I think it was in this room where we needed the power bomb. Yeah, that sort of looks right. Nice. I'll take an energy tank any day of the week. Got 8 so far. That's a pretty good number of energy tanks. That should last us a decent amount. There's a boss that's a little bit high risk to deal with in Meridia, but we'll get to that when we get there, because that is where we're going now that we can hang out in the water. Anything else here that I have missed of note? Well, I mean, yes, there's this little chunk over here that's basically between the energy and missile refills, but we'll come back for that once we have another item, because that's a thing where they expect you to wall jump, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm really, really bad at that. So I'd rather do this the easier way. There's got to be a better way! Yes, with the space jump. Oh, was I not supposed to say the name of it yet? That's fine, whatever. Oh, don't drop in the yapping maw. You'll feel like an idiot if you do that. Alright, so this is the room we want to be in. This is something I guess you're just supposed to experiment with to figure out, but you drop a power bomb. Oh, that was always like one of the coolest parts of the game when I was a kid. Loved seeing that. Looked really great. And hey, they're gonna give us a save point right away. Very, very nice. You can always appreciate that. All the save points in the world, folks. So yes, by the way, you can actually powerbomb this much earlier, and if you go through that area a bunch, it's a big pain in the ass. It's pretty great. I would highly recommend not doing that either. And here we are in Meridia proper. Nice underwater area. There's some Zendikar hedrons going on in the background. It is primarily underwater, as you would expect from the fact that we started underwater. However, we have the gravity suit, so that's not to be worried about. Now, this thing, getting to this missile pack, this is so not worth it. This requires some absolutely ridiculous precision with the Shine Spark coming in from another room. How do we get to this? Other side. Okay. I might be able to figure that out, and that would be worth it if it's not too hard. Because, hey, super missiles, those aren't bad things to have. But you're also going to notice that things are definitely picking up around here in terms of the challenge to get to certain items. No, by the way, I didn't look up how to get that reserve tank, but I don't think I'm going to bother, because it's just a reserve tank. I'm not that broken up about it. They're not as good as they sound, really. It seems like a great idea at first, and then you realize, oh, it's only got 100 energy capacity. Well, crap. Let's go in here. And what are we doing over here? That's weird. Yeah, there's a lot of connection between Meridia and Brinstar, so there's going to be a lot of stuff like this. However, we can just go back in. Like, nothing's stopping us. If we came in from the other direction, that green thing would be, but we didn't. Because we're over here. And it would be really silly to do that. Whoa! Grapple Beam physics. Hello. There's a way to get there. One day you'll finish this game. It's a pretty good game. It's worth finishing whenever you get the chance. Yeah, see, here's the pink space pirates, and they just do not care about our beams. How do you like a super missile? They'll even no-sell a super missile. These things just don't care. We need the plasma beam to deal with them, I'm pretty sure. Which this puts me in a very awkward position then, because now I have to figure out how to get out of here safely. Oh, that's pretty easy. Never mind. Not that hard at all. Thanks, game. Although, yeah, the enemies here also fuck you up quite a bit. We're down almost 2 whole energy tanks. Damage is getting up there in amount. So yeah, this is where you have to come in from and do that Shine Spark to get to that missile pack. That's why it's not a super good idea, trust me. Trust me on this one at least. Nothing else. Ooh, nice. Big chunk of energy. So, let's see if we can figure out a way over to that missile pack, the super missile pack, rather. From here, and it looks like that's gonna be a no-go. It's probably from the room that's one over. Because we saw earlier that there's a fake wall over on the right side of that. Screen down, this should probably... Ah, I screwed it up. Oh, well, I see where we gotta go for that, though. Those are some pretty durable fish. Thankfully, the crabs are a bit more compliant, but we're not seeing a ton of those right now. Okay, I think we have to be a ball to do that properly. Yeah, that's very short. There's our super missiles. I spent a lot of time goofing around getting those. Oh yeah, and of course, because I'm playing this on the Switch Online, yesterday, there was that big reveal of the Switch Online expansion pack, which is going to add games for the Sega Genesis and Nintendo 64 to the lineup. How are we all feeling about that? If anyone has any opinions whatsoever. Yeah, I really don't have certain things down with the Grapple Beam, basically. Needless to say here... Oh! Why'd I let go of the button? I'm not paying attention, apparently. That time I just didn't think I had it. There we go. That's better. Alright. Finally into this next room. We're out here to the sandier part of the area. I believe the plasma beam is in this part of the zone, but I don't know if it's like near here, or what. And for that matter, we may not even be able to get it until we have the space jump, which is obtained from the main boss of the area, so that may not necessarily be that helpful of a thing to know either. Hey. I think I just bumped my head on the low ceiling there. Because that enemy was not frozen in a great place for us. That was a waste of a missile. Down the hole. Oh, nice. Another super missile and another regular missile. Very good. So I don't know how much more there is in this general area here. There may not actually be anything for us to do here for now. Have to go around. Where else? Oh no, this is a secret wall. Another free missile. And now we drop down. Yeah, I thought there was another pathway in this room. And of course we get hit by the crab as we start dropping through. Music has changed, that's something, I guess. We can't go up. You probably could just barely see it, but the shape of those blocks is a little more rounded because they are the crumbling blocks. Oh, that's one fast snail. It's not amused by me walking into it and kicking it halfway down the hall. Well, here. Snails are just being kind of jerks. Oh, also we can sink into these quicksand areas, I guess. Play a power bomb as we sink through, which doesn't do anything because we went too fast. Oh, boulder trap. Neat. Alright, so if we want to get over there, we're gonna have to not have a good time getting there, that's for sure. Alright, so that's the no, it's a reserve tank. I was gonna say I thought that was the spring ball, but as you can tell, it is quite clearly not the spring ball. By the way, I explained that it's a reserve tank and not the spring ball. There we go. Yes, thank you, game, for that. Okay, so I think this, speaking of the spring ball, this is a place where you really want the spring ball to get those items. So that way you can jump up there properly, unless there's another path that I don't know about. Which doesn't appear to be such a thing here, so we're just gonna drop through. And we're going to try sinking into the quicksand some more here. This should take us down again. Oh boy, getting out of the quicksand in these rooms is always a pain, especially when the mini dragons are still shooting you from under the quicksand, because that's what they like to do, because they're jerks, I guess. I don't even want to try to justify that one, that's just rude. Come on, game. Cut me a little bit of slack. I know it's the SNES days, and that's not much of a thing, but still. Also, over here we have another broken tube for some reason. Oh, hey, look, another crab. I want some energy. There we go. Very nice. So yeah, that they make really obvious. Just, hey, drop through the hole. Over here, this side leads back to the entrance. So we don't want to do that. We want to get hit by that crab, apparently, and we want to crack this door open. And use the map station. I just want to leave and come back from the criteria side, because that might be easier. Super Pooper Scooper Metroid. Yeah, we're into this. There go some of them purple orbs. And I guess we are going back out to this side of the tube anyway. So let's go ahead and freeze these weird bouncy things. And down we go. We're over here again. Okay, well I guess it's just as well that we couldn't climb up that previous room because we can't get back to the main Meridia area from there because of the super missile gate. Good old one-way doors. They are an invention that somebody supposed was probably an okay idea at one point. And back through the broken tube. And we go back into the mini Dragon room. These things probably have some other name besides mini Dragon, but I mean, that's what they are. Which you'll see when we get to Dragon. I don't know how long that'll be, but... yeah, Power Bomb is the easiest way to do that. Pop this thing open and... whoop, up we go! Oh, that was a Metroid that we just saw there, not an actual Metroid. I know it looks like a Metroid, but that's sort of the point. It's supposed to look like one. Nowhere near as threatening, obviously. Not quite as piss easy as the generic Metroids in Prime, I don't think, but fairly simple foes, which, again, you'll see that in better depth when we actually get there. Oh, we got these things again. So that is just a one-way door as far as I know. There's nothing you can really do to open it. And here we are in not the room that we got taken to from the tube. That's disappointing. Actually, no, this is the same room. Doesn't really look like it because it's a very big room. Yeah, so that door in that big hole that's a little inset into the wall that we can't really get to from above at this point. At all, really. And getting to from below, we don't have a big enough jump, and we don't have enough space to build up a Shine Spark, that's where the Plasma Beam is. So that's, they really want you to have the space jump to deal with that. Which, yeah, we'll get to that. Save point. Where are we relative to... Okay, here's where the criteria elevator is. So... we'll save here, because we're in the area. But I don't 100% know how to get to the rest of the area right this second. I mean, I'll find it. Clearly, I don't remember a lot of this game, so... I have to do that. Gotta remember to really use that X-ray scope, because it's really good. Alright, so we're gonna try sinking down here. I want to see if Power Bomb does anything. Sure does. Cleans them out real good. Alright, so we may just have to... like, go back down through the tube. There isn't an entrance to the left over here, is there? Nothing hidden in the wall. Yep, just crack the tube open. And get sucked through. And go back along our merry way for now. Please stop shooting me from from under the sand, guys. Trying to jump here. Alright, so that is like up from somewhere, right? Okay, so we can just work from here. Also, I like how I shot through that block and the enemy just was floating there for a second. In defiance of how it normally acts. So we're on the wrong side of this, I guess. Any hidden path this way? What if we sink into the quicksand? No? getting in there is going to be really hard if I can even do it at this point. That's probably another thing that I just need the space jump for. Means that this is yet another path that we just cannot do much with at the moment. Alright, so we're in here again. Let's hang out over here for a moment. Am I missing anything in this room? Probably not. But let's check anyway, just to be sure. Here, no, we would know about a hidden path because of the crabs. We can't go this way, so we're going back through the tube again. This area is really confusing. Just want to make that very, very clear, because, yeah, it is very confusing. Excuse me. Alright, so we can at least get to the Metroid room, I'm pretty sure. See, where's my fucking somersault game? But that's not really a good way to get to where I want to go here. So, back out we go. As I just go sailing into one of those fish. Alright, look at the map again. Ah, yes, this part, which is screwing me up. As you can see from that. Back we go, back we go, back we go. Fuck. God damn it. I can't quite jump up there. My fingers. Again, remember, I'm using the GameCube controller with this, so my grip on doing stuff like that is really weird when I have, like, 3 buttons pressed. 3 buttons that aren't shoulder buttons anyway. It's, doesn't feel good. However, I still assume this to be a lot more usable than doing it with the Joy-Cons. I'm gonna... Fucking... Where did my momentum go? Oh, right. I'm gonna be in here for a while, I think, because I'm really bad at this. Like, wow, I'm surprised how bad I am at this one thing. I can't tell if, like, the physics are different on the thing underwater even with the gravity suit. It feels like maybe they are, but also there's the part where my stick just goes out of fucking... completely goes out to lunch when I let go, because I did not point that thing anywhere remotely resembling down. And it's just like, oh, you're pointing down, right? No. I'm holding the R button so that way I can aim upward at a 45-degree angle, which should override the other thing. What happened? Especially because that's how I remember it working, so it's not like I'm here criticizing bad game design. I remember it actually working correctly. Maybe if you fed it sometimes it wouldn't want lunch so often. Thanks. Thanks a fucking lot, Lears. This guy. Telling the jokes that I usually tell when it's other people playing the game. At least that one I can blame genuinely on just not doing it well. Timing, please. Dang it! Can't get back up there. Well, so much for the easy route. Back across the screen we go. Fuck. Thought I had that. Clearly not. Damn it. Now I'm getting worse at the earlier parts of the thing. I'm going in here for a second just to, get my bearings, basically. God damn it. Crap, I had that for a second. And then I lost it because I didn't think I had it. I would kill for something that would just let me not have to hold the B button to use the Grapple Beam. You just hit the button, block onto the block, then hit the button again when I want to launch myself off. That would be a very, like, unusual thing to include, but it would really help. Alright, so we got that again, which, you know, the fact that we have to celebrate that. Finally! Stopped fucking up the timing. The trick, I guess, if you want to call it a trick, which I don't know why you would... Wait a second. This isn't where I was looking to go. I was looking to go the room down from here. Oh, right, we can get there from here with the beams. Duh. I was about to become very, very concerned, but I realize I'm just an idiot. Anyway, back to the Metroid room we go. The trick with that one thing ended up just being, hey, to do that, get up close to the grapple block and grapple it at melee range, basically. Ah, yes, there's more fun Grapple Beam shenanigans here. Get out of my life, snail. Alright, what kind of blocks are these? Well, apparently they're just fucking invincible. Cool. Try to jump one entrance too early. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh no, those are speed booster blocks. Well, that's good to know. Alright. In here... This is the room that's got the weird digging machine enemy, I think. Get out of the sand! Sometimes that sand is just the absolute worst to deal with. Dead end. Dead end. So... Scanning around to make sure that there isn't a hidden passage anywhere, because otherwise this room is, like, legitimately very useless. What a weird thing to put into a design. But I suppose I'm not really, you know, professional in that regard, so... Okay. Speed booster blocks, so we just have to shine spark up through the 2-block gap, right? That's all they want out of us? Okay, that's super easy. Just gotta remember to do it, right? And up we go. Missile. And there's got to be a way down from here, too, right? Because getting that speed... Oh, well, there it is! I found the way down all right. Found it a little bit earlier than I would have liked to, but we found it. Hooray, super missile. We're finally getting to a point where we have more of those than power bombs, which is a weird state we've been in for a while where that hasn't been the case. That's costing me a decent chunk of energy up to this point. And yeah, here we go, Metroid room. They're not real Metroids. They just kind of look like it, and so they're called Metroids. They can attempt to suck your energy, but it doesn't really get very far, I don't think. Like, they stick to you and are annoying, but that's it. Alright, so this will be where we face a mini-boss. Yeah, here we got Botwoon. Pretty simple fight, but one that can get a little bit long if I remember correctly because he's fairly stout, health-wise. And of course, aiming at him with the super missiles is not exactly the simplest thing in the world. Unless he stops to do one of those, in which case I believe his shots can block super missiles. Because of course they can. It's just sort of the law. It's the law. However, we do have a good chunk of them to our name, so why not use some? I'll read that message in a second, Fire Drake. After I'm done. Whoa! Oh, somebody's getting a little feisty. Ho ho ho! Well, damn. Let's crack the door open. Described you at Saturday parties. How's it going, Fire Drake? I hope you are doing well today. And, you know, other days too, but we're looking at today right now, so. Alright. Up there is an energy tank. I want to see if there's another way to get in there. Otherwise... it looks like we can loop around from above. But I'd have to get up there, so... Spring ball might be our best option for when we get there. About to fuck off from work and take a break nap. Sounds good to me. That sounds like something that's well earned. Oh no, we don't have to spring ball at all. We can just do this the old-fashioned way. Oh. Never mind. Well, I suppose there is always the option of, you know, snapping the stick down so fast that we turn into a ball in mid-air, but that's not exactly a talent of mine to get that in fast enough. So if we want that energy tank, and we probably do, we should come back here with the spring ball. Once I remember where the hell the spring ball is, because I know it's in this area, but that doesn't account for a lot. Hey, you. Oop. Well, these are some weird enemies, aren't they? I see they have got some kind of an attack. They bounce at you. Things mind? The answer is yes, by the way. They do mind. Quite a bit, actually. Through here. Ah. I may have to just reset that room if I want the item. Or item. I think it's just a passageway back to the left. Yeah, because that's just a missile station. Okay then. Yeah. Yeah, no item here, just a weirdly placed missile refill station. I'm gonna refresh this enemy a couple of times and gain some health back because, well, I've taken a lot of damage here. And I don't need to have all of that damage taken, that's for sure. And this is something I don't remember. This is taking me a second to get used to, by the way, because it's a little weird. I'm going to reset that. I'm going to take a quick reset here of the room. Gain back only 5 energy. Stingy, stingy. Okay, I don't 100% think I think I get it. It's you hold toward the wall. You don't shoot a random missile. That's a bit of a waste. Hold B. Let go. press jump. What a weird new mechanic to introduce out of, like, this deep into things, right? I mean, I guess maybe you're supposed to hone it a little bit more in these type of rooms. Get off me. There we go. Also, you can see we're not far from the boss, so there's that. Alright, so save point here. Item room over there, or probably more likely to be a recharge station. Yeah, ooh, that's nice. I'll take what I can get. Sneak down here to a super missile. Aww. That was completely unnecessary, dude. Anyway, this room. The spikes are fake. Floor is full of crumblies, and I guessed correctly that there was a secret item here. Drop through here. Take out the super missiles. Alright, and now let's fight Dragon. Dragon is an interesting boss because there's a couple of ways to fight her. We can... First, we can crack these things open. And I mean, that's just a good idea because they shoot at you throughout the fight. And once we've done that... Well, there's Dragon now. There's a couple of different... Yeah, Dragon is not exactly slow. This could be a bit of a test for me. So, Dragon can just grab you when she passes at you. And that hurts quite a bit, but if you do it, if you get close enough to these things and you grapple them while Dragon is grabbing you and smacking you around a bunch. I don't remember how to break free, by the way, so what I'm trying to do is, instead, I'm trying to... If you could, like, let me go sometime this century, is it just mash the jump button, maybe? I'm guessing that that's what it was that bailed me out there. So, anyway, more to the point, if you get close to one of those turrets and you grapple it with your Grapple Beam, this is a bit of a luck-based thing, but if you do that, you will get massively electrocuted, but it will do a fuck ton of damage to Dragon. it can actually just kill the boss outright if you do that. But you have to get, you gotta get slimed, and you gotta take a bunch of damage. It's generally not pretty. It's probably not really the preferred way to do things, to say the least. So instead, I'm just gonna thrash the stick and fail to get that energy. That's disappointing. You like to... Yeah, so at the very least, we're saved pretty close to here, but this is definitely an easy boss to get murdered by. Because the damage is pretty heavy. The attacks come pretty fast. And remember, I don't have an item cancel button bound to my controller because, well, GameCube controller and the way the Switch works is not good when it comes to that kind of thing. Let me go. And we'll just self-destruct real quick, because I think that's actually faster. Unfortunately, not quite. But not really a hard... Well, saying that, you know... How can you say that after you just died? Well, let me tell you. It ain't easy. So we're going to go back in here. We're going to recharge. And we're going to save again with the recharged health. And once that's said and done, we are going to ignore the missile pack in that one room for now. I mean, that's perfectly fine. You know, all the music from Brawl. Hey, if that's how you're exposed to it, whatever, right? Can't really say much about that. Alright, so that... a lot of fucking up I just did on that, so... We have less than 100 missiles, but whatever. We shouldn't need that many. As long as I get into a position where I can actually, like, shoot at this thing a couple of times in the chest properly. Alright, come on. Get me closer to one of the turrets. Well, you're not cooperating on that one. I don't know if there's some way to, like, manipulate Dragon's movement. I'm sure there is. I mean, this game has been speedran so much that, like, if there isn't, if there was, somebody would have discovered it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Oh no, we fight regularly in this game. Get closer, come on! You're trying so hard to make me sad. And it's working. You know what, just let me go. We're gonna do this the regular way. Come on. Alright. Oh! Hello! Well, that's going to make the cycles when it's time to get oozed stand out a lot more. It'll take that just that long for the nasty green glue to get here. Just go over the top there and damn it. Let me go. Oh, God. Woo! That was close! I am most displeased. But, you know what? We won. Maybe reserve tanks aren't that bad. But there we go. There's the space jump. And that is how we're going to get out of this room. With having to time this, because of course. They're like, oh, well, we can't make it that broken. Come on, just make it do the thing. Just let me fly. Give Samus a jetpack, jeez. Although, I mean, it is really cool when you pull off a nice space jump combo. So. Maybe I can only complain so much. Nah, I can complain more! There is no end to my ability to complain about things that I like. Let's grab this. I said let's grab this real quick. Game thinks I'm too happy right now or something. I don't know. Well, we've got that, so we can go pick up a couple more things in Meridia, and then we can go and visit our old friend Regular Ridley. Heal. And I feel like we will be okay without saving. I'm gonna pay for saying that, but you know what? I'm actually gonna go save. Never mind. I'm not doing that shit again. As we just go and continue ignoring the great value Metroids. We can't even health drain you properly. In fact, they only seem to be able to do damage by pure chance. over on the left side of that wall? Big room, that's for sure. Oh, hey, there's a thing that we couldn't get into before. That's right, it'll be the big room. Oh, those spikes are actually working, so... Here's that earlier mentioned one-way door, which is now two ways. Boy, those wasp things would be a lot easier to deal with if we could just cleave through a whole group of them, wouldn't it? Well, we're getting something to help us with that pretty soon. Oh, we couldn't even get in here before we beat Dragon, could we? Like, as in because the door was locked, rather, not because, like, oh hey, you don't have the space jump. People have done all kind of goofy shit with this game, so... yeah. Also, by the way, you will notice that it is much easier for us to get huge air off of the space jump in this game than it was in Metroid 2. Even with how much I'm just mashing the button at times, it definitely is a lot stronger in that regard. And speaking of a lot stronger, the Plasma Beam. Oh, yes. This thing, well... probably don't look like much, but you saw that actually got rid of the purple space pirates. Pink space pirates, rather. At least when they're not shooting us. Or not guarding, I guess. But you'll also notice that we're only shooting 2 shots right now, and that's because... you can't have the plasma beam and the spacer equipped at the same time. For some reason, the game just absolutely loses its marbles if you try to do that. It's just like, yeah, no, we're not doing this, buddy. And then it doesn't let you do it, buddy. In the hole. There we go. Also, the plasma beam goes through enemies, which is very helpful. Makes short work of large groups, and they basically just put that big pile of weird sack enemies in front of you to really drive the point home. So I believe that big room that we haven't explored yet is where the thing I keep mentioning is, and we have to get to that because that's really useful. It's totally optional to get the spring ball, but it helps. It's a pretty good item. Oh yeah, there's another thing we can get to because my brain shut off thinking about it because it's not part of the regular map. So there's no blue over there. That's what I was looking for. I'm not necessarily doing this the smart way. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we have to approach this from the top anyway. Huh. Ah, yes, here's the thing I was thinking of way earlier on. We got this weird, you know, saw-legged robot for some reason. Power bomb. And yeah, this thing will cut through this sand here. I mean, it'll probably still leave some in weird places for us to not be able to easily just waltz on through, but maybe not. Maybe it's gonna actually clear out everything with no issue whatsoever. This probably leads, like, just anchors. That snail's still a jerk. Okay. Oh no, I think this is where the spring ball is. Yeah, because... I thought you could get this before you fought Dragon and got the space jump. I was wrong. Let's take a quick look at with the X-ray scope around the area. There it is, by the way. The spring ball. Lets you jump while you're in morph ball form. Nice and simple. We've seen this in Metroid 2. And it's still pretty good here. I mean, look at those ups we get. That's pretty nice. Cannot complain. In here, no, that's just back up to... This is back to the pipe room. I do not know offhand how we get into that room. But it seems like going there would probably be a good idea. We should also go back and get that energy tank that we saw, but we're having too hard of a time getting. To get in there in the first place. We'll figure. Oh no, it's happening again! Clonk, 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 clonk. Oh, we're here. And the room I want to get to is... I've forgotten already. That's real good. So this is the other way. Crossing the gap. This, no, that's the elevator. I'm real good at this. Plasma Beam deals with those weird enemies real easily. We'll just go this way, because frankly, that's probably easier. Charged Plasma Beam shot is pretty big, by the way. Sometimes it can hit enemies twice. At least with our current setup. I think that that's true of all Plasma Beam, but it could just be because we have the Wave and the Ice Beam as well. But also, you know, why not use those? Well, there are reasons, but we'll get to that later on. There we go. That's what I wanted. So yeah, I guess let's get out of here. And no reason to hang around in Batuan's room anymore. See if this leads anywhere, and it sure does. So I guess there's more of this area to check out that I forgot about. For a start, there's a missile pack. And oh boy, the other side of that area. That's right, that's the area where we needed the spring ball. And I was just like, yeah, I'll do this later when I have the spring ball. So this is going to be another thing that's like, hey, use the spring ball, right? Ow. Hey. Fucking boulder traps. Come on. Do I do that to you? No. No, I don't. Anyway, we got another power bomb. It's been a while, so that's cool. Can we go just back up this way? Well, maybe if we time our space jumps better to properly climb. I said maybe if we time our space jumps better to properly climb. And the hell with it, we're just gonna go down this way. There's a place where I can sink in. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's wrap back around this way. And let's go get that one last item, and then we will leave Meridia and head for Ridley's lair. I don't speak the words good. Oh. Gotta go the other way. Oops. Down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go. Remember that item ball? I sure do. That's a reserve tank. Remember, those things are our friends now. Oh, right. It wasn't the spring ball that's needed. It was just the space jump. Because of the terrible positioning. And that block respawns after we break it. That's unfortunate. Not like this one, which is well behaved and does not do that. Oh no, I did need the thing here. I also just need to do this better, so this could be a bit. I don't want to pop up. I also don't want to go that far out onto the block. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. My boy ain't right, etc., etc. Seriously? I might have touched the... Ow! That time I was using the D-pad as opposed to the control stick because I figured, oh hey, is it registering me as like rotating too hard on the control stick or something? And that time was just like, well, actually, I just don't feel like working properly, apparently. What the fuck just happened there? That was a weird behavior on several levels. This, again, is a good reason why, like, input displays are a thing I would like to have for a lot of this stuff. So that way, when I'm doing things, you know, wrongly, I can see, oh, hey, it is my fault. That way I can be angry just at myself instead of at the game for... Yeah, like, I don't think I touched up there at all. And whatever. I'm turning into one of those people who blames the controller instead of just not being good at the game, which, I mean... Yeah, see, there we go again. And that time, I thought I pressed A, but maybe I didn't. I mean, it definitely looked like I was airborne, but not by enough. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. Maybe it was a bounce from a previous jump. Because that is one thing that I can say definitively about the spring ball, is that you bounce a lot when you land, for some reason. I don't 100% know why, but you do. And there we go. Took us a couple of tries to get it, but you know, that does sort of chalk it up to, oh hey, I play this like my hands are a little bit you know, not good. It's almost like I don't have very good motor skills and never have throughout my entire life. So yeah. See, that's the thing, is that I was wondering if there was some way to do like a PS4 controller on this instead, because clearly a Switch controller is... or Switch controller. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about that, clearly using the Switch Joy-Cons is not going to be the path to glory when it comes to playing a lot of this stuff on SNES Online, if I want to do it that way. I believe I saw that there was, like, some sort of adapter or something that could be used to use a PS4 controller in a wired format. But I don't remember the whole details on that one, so yeah. But unfortunately, I think that at this point, I do enough stuff using the Switch on the internet that going to any sort of hacking would probably be a bad idea, because Nintendo are a little bit, you know, hypersensitive about things like that. Granted, I could not imagine them being like, hey, yeah, we're gonna play nicely with Sony controllers, because actually I would think the holdup there would be Sony, because it seems like lately PlayStation related stuff has just been very not interested in playing nicely with others. At least that's what it feels like. Trying to hash out the fastest way to get to Ridleyville, and I think it's going to be going this way. Yeah, you know, where there's stock. Oh, there's also, like... well, I mean... I guess I can't say there's no place for me to buy games that's remotely local, but... There are, like, no video game stores here outside of, like, a couple of towns away anymore. The only thing we had local here was a GameStop. And that closed down during the pandemic because, well, first of all, do you really want to give your business to GameStop even at the best of times? And second of all, pandemic. It's been hitting a lot of people very, very hard. Except for, like, the very richest people in the world. But we've been over that before. I guess that, you know, saying that, there are technically places where if stock existed, I could purchase a Switch somewhere, like, you know, Target occasionally sells video game consoles, right? They certainly used to sell the 3DSs back when those were a going concern that you could purchase new. But yeah, hopefully, speaking of that, actually, I can say this. Hopefully, with the oncoming OLED model Switch being a thing, hopefully there's, like, good stock of those, because Nintendo has not always been the best. And of course, there is also the thing, you know, chip shortages. That's been the other thing that's, you know, keeping electronic stock down. So hopefully that clears itself up sooner rather than later. That's actually a pretty good thing, Mark. That is, you know, that is definitely not nothing. Which, you know, saying it like that sounds like I'm being a little bit flippant, but no, that's actually good on them. So yeah, yeah, basically I don't see myself purchasing an OLED Switch at any point, but, you know, maybe in the future it may happen. Maybe if I come into, like, gobs of money, maybe if I suddenly break millions of subs on YouTube and I get a commensurate amount of, you know, people giving me money for that crap, it might happen. But that's a big if. But more to the point, I really hope there's like a good amount of stock for it, no matter what, because you know, people deserve to get that stuff if they want to use it. This is Ridley's Lair, by the way. I am having a little bit of issue saying the phrase Ridley's Lair. And you can see we've got souped up versions of the Norfair side hoppers. We've got the orange balls, but they move at speeds that are a little bit over the top. And this is the escape tunnel, I believe. So we probably shouldn't be coming this way. This is a great place to come if you want to take a large amount of damage. Also, there's a lot of acid places. Instead of lava, I guess Ridley needed something a little more powerful in his headquarters. And in this case, that's going to be acid. We are not immune to acid or propaganda while we are wearing the gravity suit. You can kind of get a little glimpse of this buried thing in here. And that signifies to you to drop a power bomb. And hang out in the Chozo statue hand for a second. Get the acid cleared. We got these weird robot bird things here. At least that's kind of what they look like. Music. Oh, dang it. I didn't get the thing. Anyway. Hey, everybody. Remember this thing? Well, it's back and it's pissed. The Golden Torizo, as you can tell, is a lot stronger than the original one. You know what? Why don't we try giving it a super missile? Let's see how it likes that. What the? That's so, like, really great, actually. I love that it just catches your super missile and flings it back at you. So yeah, the way to deal with this thing, charged plasma beam. We've already worn away the gold coating nicely. This should be a pretty short fight, although it does a lot of hits on us because, yeah. I know it's literally just a repalette of an earlier boss, but I kind of think the Golden Torizo is one of my favorite bosses in this game, just for reasons of that, because, yeah, that'll freak you out the first time through. But also, we get ourselves the screw attack. Yes! It's back, everybody! As you would expect. And in this game, You screw attack through bombable blocks, you just rip right through them. I think there's a hidden item over here. Could be wrong about that. Oh, buddy, that's a lot of rippers. Thankfully, we can kill these things with the screw attack. Don't know what's over here, but they're putting it behind a gate and a bunch of those things. Can you jump up through the hole, please, Samus? There we go. Okay, it just seems to be a way this way. Secret path that I didn't know about? Possibly. Alright, so here they really want you to be on your game. You've got acid, and you've got to screw attack through these pillars as fast as you can. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. Ouch! God, these things hurt. Like, wow! I think they do something like 50 damage a hit? That's pretty intense. Especially considering we've seen these things before. Eesh. Alright, so here's another one of these rooms. Crap. Get airborne again, dang it. Yeah, that room really fucked us up because we lost our space jump combo pretty quickly. That's a little embarrassing, but as I've probably mentioned before, I'm not super good at the space jump, so maybe not surprising. Got some more bugs here. I'd like it if you guys could give me some energy, because, yeah, is that a 5? That was a 5 energy, wasn't it? That's not very much energy. Well, I guess, hey, it is something, so. If these things are gonna sandbag to us, just let them kill us, just let us kill them that easily, I won't complain. Much. What's in this door? I think there's some items in here. There's a save point. Well, we're saving with pretty low energy, so that's not filling me with the most confidence, but may be able to get through here yet. I think there's a hidden item off of one of these statues. And if there is, it doesn't use that. And down we go. Down we go, down we go. Maybe it's in here. I know that's just the correct path to go down. I don't need that out. Alright, I'm going to back up and see if I can get this thing to back the... There we go. I screwed that up really badly. It's a good thing we had that save point recently, because I just played that like trash. I will probably die for it. This way, maybe? Oh yeah, free power bomb tank. That is not bad at all. Man, I'd rather have an energy tank right now, but power bombs, not a bad thing to pick up. Now, if you're feeling brazen, you can take damage to just drop through those spike things. However, I am very pointedly not right now. Alright, so we need them to use their dive kick on us in order to let us get a chance to kill them. Alright, come on, quit being a... Will you do the thing already? There we go. Nice attack pattern. Yeah, I don't think we stand a chance against Ridley right now. Thankfully there's another couple of rooms still. Right, because we'd have to kill the eyeball thing, right? Yeah, so we can stand here and we can refill. Which is what I'm gonna do. This might take a couple of minutes, but we're gonna get our stuff back. It's a bit of an idiot moment I had there. I want that 2 energy back. I want the 2 energy back. Takes the 5 damage and doesn't care. Makes perfect sense to me. Oh wait, no, the other thing. Alright. So, here's where we fight Ridley. And we're going to start off with a nice, simple little trick to get in an early hit. Drop a power bomb while he's in the dark. The screw attack doesn't really work on him. We just fill him with charged plasma shots. Or super missiles. Super missiles work, but I think charged plasma shot might be the better damage deal at this point. Could be wrong about that. Don't necessarily take my word for it. But you can see Ridley has learned at least a little bit of tech since the last time we fought. Just not that much. And most of the real changes to the fight come from the fact that we are now in a too tall room. Also, I'm letting Ridley grab me a bunch because I remember that that's like part of the end of the fight, is that you have to get grabbed. And admittedly, I am doing it far, far too soon. And Ridley is just barely turning red here. Is this gonna be it? Oh, sorry about the flashing, by the way. I did not really expect... Oh, no, apparently Ridley doesn't have to grab you to die. Or maybe we did get grabbed earlier and it just was so short. Yeah. That's a fight where you can take a lot of damage, but calling it hard is a bit of a stretch. Oh, and that's a broken Metroid tank. That's ominous. But I'm sure fine. Don't forget to scan around the room for that energy tank, though. That puts us up to 10. That's pretty good. That's a lot of health. That'll help us deal with, well, help us deal with a lot of things, really. Let's get our asses out of here. Once I can actually, you know, do things correctly, I guess. Do I have to fight you fuckos again? I believe I... Oh, no, I don't. Okay. Cool. Never mind. I got through the door earlier. Alright. Take a quick look at the map and see how much of it needs filling in. Well, there's parts of that acid room, but of course that's, you know, not useful. Oh yeah, here's a whole room over here that we didn't check out. Granted, I think this might be more of an escape pathway from place, then... Now that's weird. That is a way to go get more power bombs, if I can figure out how to do that one. And yeah, we're doing this the stupid way. There's definitely a better way to do this. I just don't remember what it is. Carefully. We can get that free missile pack. Hooray! A missile pack. Yay, yay. Those will actually probably come in handy later on to have more of those. We are actually at like a shockingly not high amount of missiles considering how deep into the game we are. 135. We definitely skipped out on a lot of those. Alright. Alright. We're heading back up to the ship. Slowly. Gonna take us a moment to get there, because it's a long path. And once we do, there's a couple of things that we can get before we are done here. By before we're done here, I mean before we are done with the main part of the game and move on to Turian to go and finish things off against Mother Brain. Here shouldn't be necessary. And up we go. Back to Burnstar. Finally to slightly more familiar territory. Slightly. We have some stuff to go grab in the green area, because I didn't want to do wall jumps. Because I suck at them. I mean, I'm not particularly great at the space jump, but at least I'm having some success with that, comparatively speaking. Ah yes, back in much more familiar ground, as we're in the green zone. What am I doing? I can just spring ball. Hey, we can finally kill those things properly. I think we could have done it before with some heavier ordnance, but I don't remember. I do know you can get them with the screw attack. That's good enough for me. Alright. Down we go into this area. Start off by erasing these things. Ah, fuck. Well, I gotta come back for that now. That's not very smart of me. Have you ever seen worse play? The answer is yes. Of course you have, but still. Hey, look, these things again. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this the easy way. Sorry, guys. Alright, so we should be able to just spring ball across here and grab a power bomb. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Go this way. I don't think there's an item over there, so this should be fine to do. Oh! Almost fell in the pit, but we managed to save it at the last second. We're up to 11 energy tanks. Hey, nice, a super missile. That's pretty solid. But we are going to go back through the path. Go meet the wall jumping fellas again. And we're going to make sure that we didn't miss an item there. Because getting back up out of that pit once we get out the room is pretty easy to do. So, yeah. Yeah, we didn't miss anything. But I just had to be sure, dang it. Yeah. See, there's even a ledge for us to get on here. So I think I got everything in the... Yeah, we got everything over there. We have cleared this area out entirely now, I believe. So we've got that going for us. And back upstairs we go. There's a couple more fairly not difficult to get items in criteria. Well, I mean, they're a slight pain in the butt, but whatever. And then we can move on to Torian. And we can wrap this up, and we can start Metroid Fusion soon. And hey, I may even be able to start streaming Metroid Dread as soon as it shows up on a week from Friday. A week from next Friday. Assuming it actually does, because there's always the possibility that it doesn't. They're, you know. Oh, good job there, Space Jump. You really decided to pull through for me. So over this way. We remember this. Energy tank. Nice. That's putting us to 12. That's pretty good supply already. I don't know if we can find more very easily, but might give it a shot. First, we gotta get through here, and we gotta go and get the items that are in this side of the room. which is going to involve us getting out our X-ray scope so that way we can have a look around at what well, maybe not. Maybe we're just gonna do things this way. And if they're just missiles, I may end up passing on the rest of those. Yeah, it is just missiles, so... I'm willing to bet there's another one of those things. Yep. And why waste a power bomb? Alright, well, I think that's gonna do for gathering items for us. Hopefully this will be enough to beat the game with. I'm sure we'll be fine. Although we do have to be careful of some enemies that are pretty durable up ahead. As we head over to Torian. Check out the statue room again. And yeah, same basic concept to the statue chamber in Metroid 1. You go in there, you've killed all these bosses, and they break their eyes and release their souls or something. Statue falls away. And that reveals the path to the new Torian. And we're going to notice that the architecture is pretty much the same as the old one. Not necessarily in terms of shape, but just in terms of the overall style of everything. I guess the Space Pirates don't change that up too much. Also, there is red hot lava acid around here to be careful of. But first, a save point. And next, you know them, you love them. It's the Killer Cheerios. And also Metroids. Is this a kill room? It's a kill room. Fuck. Okay, these guys only take a single super missile. I was wrong. I thought they were a lot more durable than that. But if you get grabbed by a Metroid, you have no recourse but to leave. This can get pretty annoying pretty fast. However, they do drop a good amount of pickups, so that's nice. And I think if you freeze the Rinkas, that freezes up the Rinka block from being able to fire at you until they go off screen. Oh good, it's another kill room. Only 2 Metroids this time, but that's still, you know, more Metroids than you want to deal with, if you can avoid it. Unfortunately, we can't. So we gotta come in here. Gotta bring, at the very least, our B+ game to this. Your A game isn't ready, well, you do what you gotta. So basically, the best way to deal with this is to take everything slowly. Also, getting lucky helps, but you knew that. Can we bomb these things? No. That's unfortunate. This room seems like it would be a breather. Oh, yeah, we got the blue side hoppers here. And you can see we got some sand going on. We can't kill the blue side hoppers at all, which is pretty terrifying in a sense. Oh, that's... Ooh, that's pretty ominous. Yeah, we got plenty of these other monsters that are just desiccated out and turn into dust as soon as we touch them. Oh, here comes the blue side hopper. It's moving a little slow, though, so you can probably guess. Oh, this is the cutscene. Oh, ye gods! That thing is huge! That is what became of the Metroid larva. And there is no way to avoid this. You have to get clamped by this thing and get just about all of your energy sucked, and once it grabs you, you can't do anything. Until you're dropped to 1 energy. Oh, it seems to recognize us. You can tell by the way the sound of its voice, I suppose, is going, that is the baby Metroid. You know, that they use no dialogue past that opening cutscene, and they still communicate a good amount of plot to you fairly well. So, props to this game once again for just being generally really good. Also, don't worry, you don't have to run through the rest of Torian on a single hit. They give you a refill station for your basic missiles and your energy. I wish that they refilled all your other ammunition, but of course we're at 40 for the other two, so we're maxed out. There are 2 more power bomb and super missile tanks that we could have found. And for regular missiles, good lord, I think we missed... Or we were 110 short of the max. So that's 22 more that we could have found. And I just did not. Why didn't I find them? I don't know where they are offhand, and I got lazy. Like I said, I do want to fast track the rest of Fusion and that, and see if we can get that done in time for me to be able to stream Dread on day 1. Because, let me tell you, I'm really looking forward to that game, and I'm hoping not to be disappointed. As you might have guessed by the fact that I just said I was really looking forward to it. Alright, so once again, Zebatites, you fill them full of various shots. Don't get knocked into the acid, hopefully, although, thank goodness, it does stop rising at this point. And you've got the guns, you've got the Rinkas to deal with. It's what you would expect from the lead up to Mother Brain if you played the original Metroid. And once again, I'm pretty sure these things do regenerate just like the Zebatites in Metroid 1. And of course, we got this shit to deal with as we crack open Mother Brain's casing. Give her a real headache. Well, oh god, the flashing, I'm sorry. You probably thought that was pretty easy, even compared to the version of the fight you already had in Metroid 1, and you'd be right. Because that's not it. Oh ye gods. Mother Brain has a body and drools quite a bit. And has rather freaky music. We're going to our old standby, the charge beam, the charge plasma beam. Get things done. And so far you're thinking this fight is pretty simple. Well, you're right. So far, indeed, this fight is pretty simple. However, I think she's gonna start breaking out. Oh, yeah. She's just shooting lines of fireballs at us now. Out of, like, whatever random part of her body. And, oh, here comes the big... Oh, we just got hit with a big-ass psionic blast. That's brutal. Oh. You better not let that happen to us again. Oh, shit. Will you die already, please? Oh. Oh, you know what? I think this is it. I think we can't do anything. I think... Oh, we are toast. I can't even move properly right now. Like, that's as much as I can do is when I mash the button, almost getting up. But, thankfully, the baby Metroid has come in to save the day. And is taking a big bite out of crime. That baby Metroid has only been able to access McGruff and nothing else. On this planet's garbage-ass internet. Can't see anything. Can't watch any television. Doesn't understand it anyway because of being a Metroid. And you can see Mother Brain did not like that. But the Babby's got one big gift for us. And sure, we don't have any missiles or power bombs or nothing. But we're getting all of our health back. In fact, I'm pretty sure I literally do mean all of it. And you know what? Even at this point, we know full well I don't need no missiles for this boss, but you haven't seen anything yet if you think that we're even at a level of raw power compared to that ice wave plasma beam. Mother Brain killed the baby Metroid. That's sad. However, no time for mourning because we've got the Hyper Beam. And we are going to absolutely demolish Mother Brain now. In fact, I'm quite sad that I took a hit during this part of the fight. Oh, it feels so good. And by the way, we don't have a charge shot, but that rapid fire on that move, oh my goodness, that was pretty great. Also, there's a tiny hung pixel there for some reason that blocked us. That blocked the side of part of our hood there. The walls are closing in to try and, I don't know, contain the explosion of just this area. Just shoot him with the Hyper Beam. We've got the Hyper Beam, we've got the screw attack. We can do whatever we want now, pretty much. We've also got a boatload of energy, so we don't even have to fight these enemies properly. We can just run through them if we want to. And yeah, I'd like to apologize to anybody's eyes because this part is probably going to be a little hard on you. Because of all the shaking. The color flashing, the explosions. But I swear, it won't be too long. You know what? We got a little bit of time before this planet blows up. Although not a ton. Let's go see if we can save us some animal buddies real quick. Drop down. Yeah, things are going to be a little bit tight. This is what I get for being out of practice. Open the way. And out they go. Those are our friends. They taught us how to shine spark and wall jump. Things I already knew how to do, but that's because I've played this game before. And there we go, back in our ship. We did it, everybody! Explosion fodder, jeez, that's a little overkill. We did it! We beat Mother Brain again? We saved the animals? Probably? We blew up Planet Zebus? Adding on to our, starting up Samus's reputation for just causing catastrophe wherever she goes. We got lost as fuck in the ocean. You probably hurt a bunch of people's eyes with the flashing. And we beat the game in what I believe to be under 5 hours. Yeah, 4 hours, 25 minutes. Not counting all the time it took me to die, because I'm pretty sure the VOD total is going to add up to around 6 hours, give or take. 10,000 hulls. But that is Super Metroid. Fuck you, Hirofumi's Matsuoka, but that's a story for another time. I am just going to go ahead and say that this is it. This is where they finally really started to get the formula that they were going for with this right. I mean, yeah, Metroid 2 was pretty good. I liked that game a lot. I certainly liked it a fuckload more than I liked Metroid 1. But this, a lot of people consider this to be one of the greatest games ever, and there's a damn good reason for it. There's a couple of places where things are a little bit frustrating. I still think that the space jump timing is... But, aside from, that, this is, it's fairly... It is not super overrated, in my opinion. It is very good. It's definitely the best game of its type for the Super Nintendo. I would actually go ahead and give this a perfect score, which, you'd tell from the gagging noises. Yeah, that's about how I feel about the space jump. I've said before that I've kind of loosened up my feelings about the concept of a perfect score, because I've always said, that has to be the absolute pinnacle, right? Because perfect should be... Nothing can beat it, and I guess not really much did. The remake of this game? Oh, you mean ASMR? The Zero Mission was a remake of Metroid 1, sir. And Zero Mission... Oh, I believe they did not transliterate Gunpei Yokoi's name properly. Zero Mission is pretty decent. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, see, all we get to see is Samus's face. Is she wearing sunglasses? What a fucking nerd. Anyway. Zero Mission is pretty decent. It is a hell of a lot better than Metroid 1, that's for sure. The rate for collecting items is 74%. We could have done much better, we could have done much worse. So, yeah, Zero Mission. Zero Mission I probably will play on this channel at some point, but obviously not as part of this Metroid marathon because, well, this is just the ones that are specifically numbered, and I did Metroid 1 instead of Zero Mission because I'd never played that. Yeah, Metroid Fusion is going to be the next game that we play on the channel. In fact, I will probably start that Sunday in lieu of a randomizer because I would, as I say, I would like to be able to get through this, and Fusion is tough. Fusion, you can be stuck in there for a while. You can get your ass whooped by that. The secret skip, I do not know offhand what you are referring to, so I am going to say no to that. Oh, also, this is it. I can't get out of here without pressing buttons, so I gotta pick up the Joy-Cons real quick. Yes, good for you. Are you not gonna let me do that because it's controller 2? They're not gonna let me do that because it's controller 2. Well, we are going to not be able to kill the software from there. Oh, is it because it thinks it's sideways? Christ. Amazing. Frame precise shine spark thing that lets you get some secret dialogue. Infusion? I don't know what that is offhand then. So, yeah, I don't know what that is offhand then, Lears. I admit I'm kind of a Metroid Fusion rube. So we're logging back in to Super Metroid briefly because I do want to show off one little thing that I didn't get a good chance to show off in the game, and that is that I'm going to show off this special charge attack combination. If I can pull this off correctly, assuming that I'm meeting the conditions for it, which I believe I am. So let's get up here to a place where we're more visible. Oh, also, this will be a good place for us to see what all of the what all the beams look like. You know, we can goof off with the beam combinations and see if I can't do a Spacer Plasma to end things off. So, you highlight the power bomb, you have one beam and the charge beam equipped, and you get these interesting little shield type of effects. So that's what the ice beam one looks like. Let's take a look at the wave beam. This wave beam attack is one that I actually see get used in Super Metroid speedruns, way back when I used to actually watch a guy who speedran the game. He would bust that out against Botwoom, so that's pretty interesting. Little bit there. And the Spacer one is real short. The Plasma Beam, we haven't had a good chance to get a look at the Plasma Beam without anything else equipped. I do not know why that move is in the game, but it sure is. It's something that is spoiled in the attract mode. Anyway, this is what the Wave Beam looks like. Wave Beam. Plasma Beam looks like by itself. We've seen the Ice and Plasma combo before. Or Ice Wave Plasma before. Equip the Wave Beam with the Plasma Beam and you get the double beams that waver in and out. I guess they couldn't make just one wiggle in a very effective way, although that said, they had just the single wave particle wiggling, so shrug. Charged plasma and ice, you know, this looks exactly like you would think it would. Also, yeah, the ice beam does change the sound of your standard beam there. So ice and spazer, this should be pretty obvious, right? We've seen ice wave spazer too, so we're not going to show that off, but we will show off just wave and spazer. And I'll show off single, you know, the single beams each. Yeah, see, the purple spazer beam, I actually think that looks pretty rad. So I don't think we've had a good look at just mono wave beam here. See the little particle? It's like your little energy pellets. And the charge one does too in a sort of helix-looking motion, which is more just a factor of the fact that it's the two things waving in and out. Ice beam is, yeah. Yeah. Ice and wave. Again. Yeah. Alright. So. Here comes the fun part. Let's see if we can do this. We're gonna give it another couple of shots. It might help if I came at it correctly. I'm going to turn the ice beam off as well, because I believe having all of the beams equipped can absolutely destroy your game. Like, I mean, this can do some fucked up shit to you, but... Okay, so we seem to be just going straight down from there. So we're gonna do things like this. You basically have to press it. There we go! Got it! And see, we've got the spazer and the plasma beam equipped. That cannot be good for the game, because that's not a thing you're supposed to be able to do. Oh, where's our beam? Here's what we look like charged. Oh, by the way, if you hold L and R, you point up. I let go of the button and it killed the game. I think that's a good place to end it. Well, that was fun. I haven't done that in fucking years.